Guys, welcome in my beautiful soul family. So today we are going to be doing a attraction activation video, more geared towards attraction with love, but it's also going to be just about attraction and magnetism overall. All right. So welcome back into Divine Go to Master, not Divine Go to Intuitions, but y'all can follow me over there for collective readings. But welcome back into Divine Go to Master, where we master being divine at this 3D reality. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about attraction, magnetism, and activating that attraction within your life, within your frequency, within your realm, right? A lot of times we talk about attracting things, we talk about magnetism, and we really don't realize how many different angles that can show up for us, right? Because in life, we're trying to attract a lot of things, opportunities. If you try to attract a job, you try to attract a relationship, you try to attract a new experience, a new reality, a timeline jump, right? That all has to do with where is your energy at, and is it magnetic? Are you embodying that? Or are you just saying those words, right? So, I heavily believe in candle magic, so we're going to go over some candles, some herbs, and more so candles, and then we may pick back up with another video if it gets too long. Let me turn my timer on too so I can see where we at, okay? But I want you guys to know that this is not desperate energy. This is not chasing energy. This is magnetic energy being embodied, right? Divine feminine pull. This is not just for my divine feminines. We all have feminine energy. Okay, so this is about activating that feminine energy within yourself. So for those of you who had to be, all your life you had to fight, it's kind of hard sometimes to activate that energy. I'm one of those, right? All my life I was independent. Even as a child, I did my own hair from a young age. I did a lot of things for myself from a young age. And it was just how the story went. But I had to learn how to be able to receive in relationships, with men, opportunities, with jobs, things like that. Even just within my business. Learning how to receive and being okay with receiving and not feeling I have to do so much or overgive, right? Learning also how to do less. Okay, so today we're going to be working with candles and rose quartz. Now, starting with rose quartz. Rose quartz is a very attracting crystal. And rose quartz reminds us that attraction begins with self-love, right? And you don't need to attract what you beg for. You attract what matches your frequency, right? We don't attract what we beg for or necessarily, in other terms, continue to ask for. We attract a embodiment of what matches the frequency and the aura that we emit. You guys see I have the aura going on in the video right in the background, but we all walk around with an electromagnetic field on a day-to-day basis, okay? And that could depend on how you're attracting, why you're not attracting this, why you're not attracting that. Things that affect this, and not limited to, do your own research, right? But even your diet, what are you eating? That affects your frequency, right? Why do certain foods make you feel lazy? Certain foods make you feel lighter and upbeat, because all of that has play with how you're attracting. So if we look at ourselves as everybody loves to use the example as a computer. Look at yourself as a computer. What software are you putting into the computer? Right? So, so rose quartz is one of them that is going to be highly significant on attracting, because it teaches you that self-love. It teaches you how to harness that love energy. And for me, it's just so comforting. Now, for my feminines, not just my divine feminines that are actually women who have a yoni, the rose quartz yoni egg, very powerful, right? A lot of times, sometimes we will have blockages within our womb, right? And just different blockages within the sacral and root chakra, that crystal is really good to use as a yoni egg. All right, pro tip. All right, be ready for the universe to mirror to you experiences that may show you where you're not loving yourself at, where you can love yourself more, right? What I mean by that is, say you start your yoni egg journey, you get the rose quartz. Next thing you know, you start having problems in your relationship, or you start having problems within your job. That could be in alignment to the fact that they're not really in alignment to your divine feminine energy. They want you to be overactive, and you're trying to be more so balanced. So it could also show up like that for you guys. So pay attention when you do start to bring that energy into play. Now, for everybody, if you don't have a yoni and you can't do the yoni egg, the yoni egg, you could just carry around the rose quartz with you, meditate with it, use different ways to attach yourself to the energy, or I like to say that crystals can be teachers and things like that when used right. And, you can charge them up with intention for them to do different jobs. So go ahead and set that intention for your rose quartz and let your rose quartz know, I want you to help me with attraction. Maybe even write it down on a sheet of paper. Let the universe know. As soon as we start picking up a paper and writing, the universe is aware, because the universe is living. All right, Mother Earth is living. So as soon as you go ahead and you find out what's your intention, maybe even spitball to find out what is the intention, right? What are you trying to attract? And take time with that. The first day may look like using it to just enhance your magnetism and attraction powers. The second day of journaling, while you have it, could look like, okay, how exactly do I want these attraction powers to really show up? And I recommend doing it that way because it's like, it'll take time, but once you start holding that crystal, everything will start to be revealed to you if you're ready to receive it, right? Along with the candle work as well. Things will start to be revealed to you, but you have to be open to be paying attention to see what is spirit revealing to you, or God, universe, whatever you identify it with. What is that energy revealing to you now that you've set this intention to increase your magnetism, right? All right, so the first candle I want to show you guys is the Come To Me candle. Now, this is a very common one. We've done this one before on my page years ago. Check that out. It was a really, really good video. I may try to put those videos in the comments. In the description box. But if you just search my channel name and you just search my channel for the Come To Me candle, you'll see it. Now, why are these candles so effective? If it was just a red candle, would it do the same thing? The imagery. So we're going to get into that, right? But also pay attention to the fact that you could just get a red candle and draw your own imagery on there, or print out a picture for the very specific intention that you would like, right? Okay. Even maybe somebody's face that you want to come to you. And if you don't know what the face looks like, you could print out a picture of whoever it is that you're trying to attract. Say for me, I'm trying to attract a masculine, right? If that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't know what the face looks like yet, I could just write all the qualities that I would like about them on there and then put the Come To Me, right? So this is a very common one that a lot of people like to use. Now, I will say, caution. Caution, just because you want to attract this specific person or this specific type of person, be open to what the universe brings to you. Because a lot of times we will try to do something to attract in an energy, and it'll be a lot of other different energies that will come. And usually it's showing you what is aligned on your path with you. Or you could let the universe know, oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for, so I'm not going to accept that, right? So keep that in mind too. Just because somebody shows up doesn't mean that that's the manifestation. That can mean that you needed to deny that person to let the universe know, oh no, that's not what I want. I want this. That's not in alignment to what I'm desiring or wanting to attract, right? So the come to me candle pulls energy towards you. It's bringing communication, attention, reconciliation in some cases, and attraction. So this candle is good to use if you feel like someone has went quiet, when you want someone to think about you, when you want movement, right? Say if you feel like something is moving slow, or it's just like you just feel like it needs a healthy push. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? You light this candle, and then it can go ahead and give you the energy to see. Number one, you'll see. Because candle magic, like I tell you guys all the time, it's not the end all be all. We gotta still 3D operate. So don't just do a come to me and think that if you and that person had a lot of issues in a relationship and you're trying to bring somebody back, don't think them issues is gonna be gone. The universe is gonna do what you said it to do for them to come to you. Did you do a working to unjinx, uncross them? Did you do a working to cleanse that energy that they had going on, or the relationship? Did you do a road opener, blockbuster for relationship? Did you do those things as well? Right? So don't think it's going to be the end all be all, especially when it comes to reconciliation, because what was the issue? What was the reason? Now, say if it was no issue, you and your person, y'all had a dispute or whatever, the energies was high, emotions was high, y'all got into it, y'all separated on some, and it's just like you can't get over it, you know they can't get over it, or whatever, da-da-da. You could do a come to me to bring y'all back together, and then when y'all do come back together, that's your opportunity to go ahead and let bygones be bygones. But don't think that if you had a situation where you're trying to bring somebody to you, you're reconciling a relationship, and the relationship was already like this, you got to do more than that. Okay, so just to bring that clarity. So that's our first candle I want to show you guys. The next candle that I want to show you guys is the Talisman candle, which is a love drawing candle as well. And with this one, you can write the name and your desire. Don't have to though, because we don't always have a name, right? And this one works with the energy of Venus. Excuse me. The goddess of love. And it says, may the power of the symbolic love, Adam and Eve, make me strong, attractive, and desirable, so that I may enjoy your acts of love and kindness, and make make your joyful powers of love everlasting. Then it also says attraction, man and woman, love of God, happy marriage, love of children, long-lasting love. So this is also one that a lot of my clients like to do this when their relationships have kind of got dry or need a booster, or sometimes in reconciliation, if it's not like that immediate action of needing it to come and it just feels a little distant, this one is really good for that. I'm trying to show you guys that way. If you want to, you can go ahead and screenshot it, right? Say you got a pink candle at home and you want to do this, guys. Screenshot it, print it out, all right? I'm going to sit on the prayer for a second so y'all can see it. All right, and these, I will say it's a good one to pair with the come to me if you feeling like, especially like family, because it mentions children and things like that. So if you have a family, this is a good one to do for that. If you have a marriage, or you just been in union with someone and it's just been like a long time or whatever, because the long relationships are like spiritual marriages too, you know? So that aspect, or if you're just feeling like it just needs to attract more Venusian energy to the relationship, this is a really good one. Okay. Now, the next one I want to show you guys with the spiritual, this is the spiritual power candle. And it also speaks about attraction. It says, and I really, really love this candle because this candle has a lot of different energies within it. Like some other candles within it, right? So, and I feel like it's really good for activating that attraction energy and that magnetism. But it has the Run Devil Run Away on there. It has the, remember I told y'all about these? I really like these when they're on the candle. They always speak abundance, in my opinion. They give abundance to me. They give abundance vibes. Then it has wishes and dreams, faith and hope. It has lovers there, attraction. And then on the other side, yeah, it's pretty much the same on both sides. So yeah, I really love these candles because not only say if you're trying to boost your love life up, you could also be boosting up your opportunities, your dreams, the things that you desire, right? You could also be putting a boost to your faith, your hope, your belief in yourself, right? Because I feel like a lot of times too, that attraction stems from that strong self-belief in what you're doing and what you're becoming and what you're practicing in. And what I mean by practicing is what's your daily ritual? What are you doing, right? It helps to bring that energy, to boost that. And it also brings opportunities outside of love, okay? But also at the same time, it also is boosting that energy. So I like that. It's a good, it encloses a lot in its intention. Now, the next one I want to show you guys are chime candles. So we have a pink chime candle, which is really, really good for self-love. I also feel like it's good for soft feminine energy, right? If you want to be seen more soft, more delicate, it's that more softer nature, you know, not so much of that passion and desire, but that romance and you know. Then we also have the red candle. And this candle is more of, to me, a more strong vibe to it, as in, not that it's stronger than the pink candle, but it's more like aggressive. Passion, desire, right? You may say if like say if you're in a relationship, somebody's desiring you too sexual, you could do a pink candle so they could see more of your soft feminine qualities, right? More of like your soft energy, more of your feminine energy, appreciate more of that. But say if you need more of that passion or you need more of just that attraction, that person feeling like I need them, the red candle, right? This one is also really good. I want you guys to remember that it's not just about love, right? This is really good when you want to attract an opportunity. Red is very powerful. It's calling and it draws things into you. Say you have some type of opportunity you want to go for, whether it's job. I heard role, like the acting role, whatever y'all doing. Write the name of it on here, and then write. And my candle just got really bright, my other candle. Write the name of it on here, and then write your name on it. Now, what I believe is, but everybody's different, so do what feels right to you. Use your intuition. I believe in when you're drawing to you, you go ahead and write it downward towards you. When you want to move away, you write it upward. And that's another thing. So, we also have white. Before I tell y'all that, we also have white, which is really good to bring clarity, right? Say if you need clarity in a relationship, it's just like, why is it so confusing? We're not understanding each other. You can use this for clarity. But if you want to get a little fancy with it and you want to do a little extra, and remember that, I want you guys to remember too, that candle magic is science. You doing your candles is telling your subconscious mind, we're changing this, which is why it works, right? So I want y'all to be aware of that. Like, it's not about the candle. It's about your intention. It's about you doing the act physically so that your subconscious physically registers that. Just like if you go work out every day, your subconscious is going to eventually work out and realize that we got to work out every day. This is just what we got to do because we keep doing it and we just got to do it. We're seeing it, we got to do it. Right? Or you watching a video of somebody working out every day, you're going to eventually start doing it because you're watching it and your subconscious is receiving that. All right? So, say it's too much desire in a relationship. You can add the black candle, light the red candle, and have the black candle absorb the energy, the over energy. Like, say, I want to keep the desire, I want to keep the passion, but the overness to it, the uncomfortableness to it, the overactive energy in that aspect, I want to clear that out, right? Say you don't have enough, like we said earlier, you can light the red candle, but you can also light the white candle to enhance that energy as well, because white is naturally going to help draw that light energy down, right? To make it feel lighter, right? So say if you're like, oh, I want the passion, I want to light it for that, but I don't want it to get crazy, you can light both of them. Say your relationship is it's just a little you know what I'm saying? Like the white candle is your relationship, like the black candle as the absorber of the negativity, just like you do a cord cutting. White candle be you, black candle could be them, absorbing up their energy to remove the cord. Or say if you're cord cutting from a behavior, say if you're cord cutting from overgiving in your relationships, this could be you. You could write overgiving over here. Because a lot of times too, a lot of people, magnetism is blocked because they're overgiving. And it's leaking out their energy and they got holes in their aura. And they walking around and their energy looking homeless. You know what I'm saying? They could be looking like a 10 on the outside. But on the inside, that overgiving nature is making them look like, what's going on? The energy's off. Right? All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about hold on, you guys. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about when it comes to attraction, magnetism, is perfume and makeup, right? So aromatherapy is something that is very famous for helping to lift your vibration. And you can enchant your perfume, lipstick, whatever, right? And you can say, this is my magnetism lipstick. Use one that you know you like to use. Or if you're doing a perfume, use a perfume that you know you like to use every day, or you love the scent and you know you're not going to get tired of it, right? And you could enchant it. So you could take time to speak over it. You could, and you could, excuse me, guys, you could literally blow your breath over it. Do you guys know that? Say if you get a new crystal and you want to cleanse it, you can hold it in your hand and cleanse it with your breath. There's power in the breath, okay? Speak over it. Blow your breath on it. This is my magnetism lipstick. Every time I wear this lipstick, I get a new opportunity. Every time I put this lipstick on, everything goes my way. Every time I put this lipstick on, he loves me a little bit more. Every time I put this lipstick on, I get all yeses. Every time I put this lipstick on, I win on my scratch off. Whatever it is for you. That's another aspect. Right? And y'all know my favorite thing to tell y'all, one of my favorite things to tell you guys is when you do something 3 times, 3 different ways, it really helps that energy to be brought to you. So, I gave you the candle, I gave you the lipstick. Let's talk about a third way. I gave you the crystal too. But let's talk about another way. So that'd be what? This is going to be the 4th way. Water. Whatever you're drinking. Speak over that. Tell it. When I drink this, I'm going to be more magnetic. As I drink this, this is increasing my magnetism. This is increasing my attraction. You will be surprised. You will be surprised. Even, like, this is, like, so powerful, especially when you're using water and speaking into that water and it grabs that vibration. This is very powerful, too. This is how a lot of people change their appearance through magic, like me, myself. If you look at me right now, you look at me last year, or the year before that, years before that, I use magic to change my appearance. And what do I mean by that is I speak over myself. I tell myself, I do candle work, I do beauty magic, right? Glamour magic, mirror magic. We're going to get to that at the end. But it's very powerful. So you could literally shift your entire identity, appearance, all of that through manifesting like this. Okay? Seriously. Like, seriously. Because a lot of people think like, oh, how am I going to do? It's very much possible. It's way more possible than what you really, really think. Okay? And, y'all know I love, if you don't know now, you know I love Shira, right? Shira is the epitome of that. Like, look at her. Look at her 10 years ago and look at her today. She manifested that. She wasn't just given that. She manifested that through her magical and spiritual practices, right? And I want you guys to know too that it's not tied to any of these so-called rituals, or you can shape and shift this however you need to make it work for your reality. Say if you live in a reality where you can't really light candles, or you don't really wear makeup, you know, so you can shift it whatever works for you and however, right? Okay, so I don't want to forget what I was about to tell y'all about, but I feel like it's leaving me. Hold on. What was the other thing I was going to tell you guys about? With the water. Oh, that's another thing. So I'm going to say that too. Just say it now. Writing on the water bottle. Highly significant, right? Because a lot of times when we say things and we first starting to say it, we don't even believe it, right? Writing on the water bottle helps to also let that water pick up the frequency. Another pro tip for you guys. If you feel like you have some water and you need to use it for a spell and you feel like you don't feel powerful enough to cleanse it or whatever the case may be, you could put a circle with a cross in the middle. That instantly cleanses that. That instantly makes that holy water, right? What do we say about that? What is that? How is that? How is it doing that? It's the same water. Imagery. Imagery hold power. Okay? Right? When we see a cross, we think of what? The church. When we see certain symbols, we see that goddess that's on Starbucks logo. We instantly think about Starbucks. We see certain things because the imagery is speaking to the subconscious. Before you even could think about what it is, it's already in there. Right? All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about, and this is one of my favorite roots of all time, Jezebel root. Jezebel root, okay? So we're going to read up on Jezebel root a little bit. But this is what it looks like. Okay? And Jezebel root is the root of Orus. Okay? The name Jezebel comes from the biblical symbolism, not the plant itself. Now, when it comes to the historical background, in traditional African American hoodoo and root work, Jezebel root is associated with powerful feminine allure. And if you ever had some Jezebel root, you already know what's going on. Okay, you already know how it's coming down. All right, it's used by women to attract wealthy lovers. Now, when it comes to the Jezebel root, I recommend it for my women. Okay, I'm gonna give my men something. All right, but yeah, so used by women to attract wealthy lovers, used to gain financial support from men, used for seduction and control in romantic situations, sometimes used in court cases or boss influence work, right? You want them to see your way? You can use that. The name Jezebel comes from the biblical queen Jezebel, who was portrayed as a seductive and manipulative, but in folk magic, that archetype was reclaimed, right? As a woman who knows how to use her beauty, charm, and intelligence strategically. So I want you guys to all take a second. Let's all think about that. Because, you know, oh yeah, Jezebel, yeah, Jezebel. Back in the day, people want to instantly call people Jezebels, things like that. But it was really the fact that they were really bothered that the fact that a woman could use her feminine power to attract things and control energy without her even really trying. They were mad. Why can she do it and I can't? That's what it really is, right? So that's why we're in a patriarchal society that wants to demonize that energy, but it didn't start a patriarchal society. It was feminines that ran the society. It was females that originally ran the society. And now things have just been shifted and they want to demonize that energy. But if you take time to get into this and awaken that within you, because I want you to know that you're not crazy, you're not weird, you're not whatever you're trying to label yourself as because you feel like you're not attracting, you feel like you're da-da-da-da. We literally live in a society that works against that energy every day. Y'all know it's a what's it called, a nap society or something like that, where they're pushing that energy of get out of the hustle culture. A lot of times we're not attracting because we're stuck in a hustle culture. We're stuck in a survival mode. Okay, so when it comes to root work and using this root, it's for strategic attraction, feminine power, money through charm, and control seduction. It's not desperation. It's not obsession. It's strategy. Okay? And I love using it. I don't just get money from, like how it says money comes from men. I don't just get money from men when I wear Jezebel root. I get money from everywhere. I get even not just money, but just different forms of abundance. Like, oh, I'll pay for this for you, or oh, here goes this, or oh, this is free, or oh, that's also attraction. That's also magnetism, right? Don't be, like I said, when you do these things, don't be silly enough to not pay attention to how it comes to you. Pay attention to how it comes to you, because you'll also start to learn what is your magic, right? Like, what is your magic? For me, it may work on this aspect and I get it over here. But for you, you may get it over there. So pay attention to that too, so that when you do use it and you do see how the magic is working for you, you can build on that because you're aware of how exactly it's working, right? So energetically, Jezebel root represents commanding attention, being financially supported, magnetic persuasion, feminine dominance, influence over admirers. It is not soft love like rose quartz or the pink. It is, I know what I want and I know how to get it. And it must appear. Period. All right. So different ways that you can use the Jezebel root. So number one, if you are doing a candle, you can go ahead and put a little bit in your candle. Remember I said 3 ways. So you can go ahead and put a little bit in your candle. You could use one and put a little bit in a mojo bag, or you could just, I put it right in my bra. Or you could put it in a mojo bag if you don't want to do that. Another way. So say you put a little bit in your candle, you keep a little bit on your person. You could make a mojo bag and put it in your purse, or even just I like to put the crumbs in the bottom of the crumbs in my purse, or say that you work as a waitress. Make sure that you wear it on you when you go to work, right? Or you can sprinkle a little bit in your apron or however, right? Another way too is, y'all know I believe in putting crystals and herbs in my wig. It's attached to your crown chakra energy, right? That your crown chakra is like a light over your head to the divine. So it's signaling to the divine as well. Send me the opportunities. Send me the money. Send me the wealth. Send me doors opening for me for no reason, right? And I'm talking about metaphoric and physical. Okay? So it amplifies that confidence, that persuasion, that bold energy. So if you're insecure, you feel insecure and it's like your first time, or you feel like you're in a desperate energy, you don't want to just use that, because it's something that's powerful, right? So it will amplify that. So combine it with, say if you feel that insecurity or you're feeling desperate, you're in that energy, combine it with some self-love energy or some spiritual protection, or make sure that your intention is very clear, okay? And you should always be protecting yourself spiritually, right? Anyway, okay? All right, so let's get into another one I want to tell you guys about, which is common, and everybody knows this one and loves this one. And we're going to get to the end of this video because I cannot believe we're almost at 40 minutes. Oh my God, try to keep it under 20. But yeah, so roses, right? Roses are really, really good to use for attraction, lifting your vibration, making you magnetic, okay? And even if you just go sit out by a rose bush or get roses, sit by them, but especially when you sit out by a rose bush or just picking up on that energy, collecting that frequency. It's like a garden that I used to go to all the time. Or maybe you have your own garden or whatever, but look up local gardens too, because a lot of times they'll have local gardens and you won't even be aware. You don't have to have your own garden, even though you can get you a rose pot or whatever. But if you don't, you can go find a garden that has one. You can go stand out there and pick up on that energy. Keeping roses in your home is something I believe in, keeping flowers, period. But specifically, definitely roses. And you can also play on the color of roses that you're getting to see the energy and the frequency that you want to attract, right? And look into that. Look into the different meanings of which roses mean what, okay? Yeah. Now, the last thing that y'all already know, another thing that I swear by and live by, is the spiritual baths. Did you take your spiritual bath this year yet? No, I'm just playing. But the spiritual baths, okay? So taking time to take a spiritual bath with the intention of attraction. You can use roses. Look up different ingredients and see what really resonates with you. Like, say you want the love to come, or you want to attract, but you want it to be soft, or however, add some lavender, right? Or chamomile if you want it to be kind of, see what will resonate for you, right? Always make sure to do your research, that make sure that you can put it in there, that it's not hazardous in the bath, but get those things that will help you to be attracting and magnetic, and put it in that bath, okay? Maybe even looking into doing like the milk and honey bath, and things like that. But do your research on that aspect and see what really, really resonates. And I think that is it. Let me see. Oh, another really cool way to bring in magnetic energy and enhance your magnetism and that attraction. Look into a goddess that you really resonate with that has that energy. Do some research on a goddess that has that energy. and connect with them. Look into their story. Look into the research, right? As soon as you start researching them, you're already connecting with them. Okay, so look into that, right? And some of you may be surprised when you find a goddess or an energy that was already walking with you that has that energy that was just waiting for you to be ready to activate it, right? But you came to this video for a reason, so that means you're ready. All right? I love you guys. Love yourself. And I will see you guys in my next one. Get ready, you guys, because it's going down. It's almost the astrological new year. It's almost the spring equinox. And it's going down. All right, so let me play out a video. Our commercial. This video is sponsored by Divine Golden Master. Okay, and we will be doing a really, really big ceremony for the astrological new year. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch that. And what's really exciting, as you see here, is we're gonna have a ritual bath set that I created for you guys. Now here, it doesn't have the labels on it, but it will when you get it, and it will have informational cards and everything to help you connect with the energy. This is only available to the people and participants that are going to be a part of the group ritual. We will launch the bath set April 1st for the public, but as of right now, for my people who are joining the return ritual, you'll be able to get it at a discounted rate. So you see, we're going to have the magnetism, divine favor alignment, and we're just setting the tone for the year. Okay? It's going down. And we got the VIP spots, and I think I only have 4 more of the VIP spots left. I have to double check. But yes, now, coming up this Monday, we will be cutting cords and reversing the energy, right? We're going to be doing a reversal. And we're going to be sending that energy back to where it came in a triple reversal. Okay? It's going down. Those projections, all that evil eye, all that the chaos, we're sending it back. So if you feel guided to that one, go ahead and follow the directions. Everything is posted in the community tab. Everything's posted on Instagram. Check it out. Now, that's Monday. Now, I'm going to Miami the 5th through the 9th, and you know me, we're going to be doing a ritual. Now, first and foremost, this is going to be, it's called the Miami 3-3 Portal, and you're going to be able to still be a part of it if you don't join the actual ceremony, because we're going to do a couple days of just connecting, tapping into that glamour energy, that attraction, right? So that's going to be free and open to the public. Now, if you want to get a little bit deeper into it, you can go ahead and check out the other options where you can get the mirror and you can connect with the energy of the ocean. I'm going to charge them out there by the water. Or if you want to just be a part of the part where I do an ocean offering with your name, what you're releasing, what you're bringing in, that's also available. So y'all check that out. But this one right here, day 1, day 2, and day 3, the release, reclaim, that's going to be the community. So everybody's going to be able to connect with that. And this one right here and the other one is going to be a part where if you want to be a part of getting the mirror that's activated and all that shipped out to you, that's your tier. If you want to just be able to put your name in the ocean with your petition, that's your tier. And then if you just want to be a part of the 3-day experience where we release, we reclaim, and then we radiate that energy, that's available too. So, I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace. And y'all know y'all can text 770-666-2466 to go ahead and secure your spot. Peace.